What? Can't even read that. All right. Yo. All right. So basically, to pick up from we left off, talking about the pardons, for the canon part of the pardons, we look at Hussein, who would, even so, Khan, just, yeah, WDF, Khan would only feasibly give a pardon to Uzi and Brad, but probably not Uzi because of the family relations, and Brad's really the only one. JC Jensen literally knows nobody. The most nobody it would be Brad. So it seems to be those are really the only two. And then the B of the non-canon, we said, yes, we can probably give a pardon to Khan. Brad would probably be a lesser charge. Uzi, no. BU is a child, so yes. And then both no for Dull. And then the murder drones kind of mix into question 2, which is their true past, which is their, do we talk about their murder drone crimes? If we're doing their true past, we would fully pardon J. We would fully pardon M, except for the property damage he's done at the end of episode 1. And we'll 40 pardon V, except for the crimes that happened in episode 4, which is a life no parole and 15 years. So, what our next goal is their murder self that doesn't have their full memories yet. So, they're what I am going to call murder self. Does that seem good? Okay, so remember the whole issue of the scene I said murder drones aren't really responsible for their crimes because of the memories and all that, and I said there are 3 categories. Their true past selves in the manor before Sin did all crazy. Their murder self between episodes 1 through 4 because they haven't gone their memories, and then episodes 5 and onward when they obviously have their memories, but they also have the memories of when they of their murder self. And I'm just saying it as murder self because it was when they were murdered self. It's just a nickname I named it. I don't know what else to name it. Kind of hate pausing for like 6 seconds wait if you save something and then continuing, and then you also just wait because I'm also pausing for 6 seconds. It's weird. But okay. So I'm gonna start talking about it. Let's see. You ready? All right, so if we're gonna if we're gonna charge J in the murder self, well, oh no, hold on. Yeah. Oh. All right, then. And stretching. There you go. And stretched. He's ready. All right. So. Oh, darn it. Okay. Yeah, I knew what you're saying. I knew what you're saying. All right. So Jay, in her murder self, well, okay. Basically, obviously, N.V. and Jay haven't really committed any crimes in the past. So, just to say that. So, really, the only crimes would be only that. Would they? No, because of the memories that have been inflicted, they wouldn't be responsible because then they would have new memories that would change their minds. So if we're talking about the murderer's self, they wouldn't be responsible for the next ones, but for their own crimes, yeah, they would. So, so for J, N, and V, pardon 5 through 8, I'm just gonna say, but not 1 through 4. There you go. Does that sound reasonable? And J, N, and V get a pardon through 5 through 8, but not in 1 through 4, the murder self. All right, cool. Now the last one I'm gonna nickname, it's kind of a combination of the memories of the true past and the murder self. So I name it True Past Murder Self. All right. Again, they would be responsible for the crimes that they have committed in that time period in episodes 5 through 8. But now the crimes in the interesting thing, I don't think they would be responsible again for the murder self crimes. But again, for the name, what? Instead of just combining them, yeah. What? I think I could. Or we could do N. N for the name. N prime. N prime, okay. Think I see what, okay. So anyways, now again, like I was saying, their N prime self, and so they'll obviously be penalized for the crimes that they've committed in that time period. But the interesting thing is, because of memory inflictions, they wouldn't be charged for any of the murder self crimes. But it's kind of like the same thing for the true past. It would be the exact same for the true past. Wow. So now that we know, we got the true past, which pardons Jay fully. No! Wait, no, kind of. Except for J, because remember, only N and V got the full memories from Uzi. But we don't know about J. Then J would just be the murder self type. Okay. Now which one should we do? So yeah, again, the true pass fully pardons J, pardons N, except for the property damage, which is $2,000, and it fully pardons V, except for the episode 4 crimes, which is life, no parole, and 15 years. For the second, the murder self, between episodes 1 through 4, they would all be pardoned, episodes 5 through 8, but not episodes 1 through 4, and their N prime selves, basically same as true pass, what I said for N and V, but for J, we don't know about the memory thing, so it's just gonna be the same as the murder self. So I want to say true pass. Let's just do elimination. The only way to keep the charges that we have now is to go with murder self, because they include 1 through 4. That's basically all the crimes that have been committed by the Murdons. Again, no matter what, they're mind controlled. I don't think I'm gonna go with the murder self, because some of the crimes are mind controlled, and then they get their memories back. So I don't think murder self is actually good. I don't think murder self is good. What do you think? We can eliminate that perspective. Because it makes sense, even though we do lose our death sentences, which is sad. Because that's what sucks, you know? Now, the only people who've really committed a death is Doll, JC Jensen, and Sin. Like, yeah. Which sucks, because now nobody's going to have a death sentence except for Doll, JC Jensen, and Sin. But I'm still going to count it, because, like, then there would be no fun. Then literally, actually, hold on. Oh my God, hold on. Because then episode 1 would only have, like, 2 crimes. No, episode 1 would only have 3 crimes. JC Jensen's workplace, Sin's property damage and mass murder, and JC Jensen's slavery. Somehow that okay. And then, well, episode 2 is all Eldridge J. Episode 3 is really all Doll. Episode 4 is really all Solver Uzi. Episode 5 is really all Sin. Episode 6 is really all Allison BU. Bo. And episode 7 is all Absolute Solvers. So, yeah. All right. Now, here's the thing. True Past and N Prime are the exact same, except for J and N Prime being responsible for not being responsible for episodes 5 through 8 crimes. So the thing is, what do we choose? Because it depends on J. It's speculative, but if I do say episode 3, the third option I would say is technically better in my opinion, because it's more likely, depending on what we see Jay in episode 8. But again, we still have some information that we still need. So I'm going to circle True Past Murder Self or N Prime seems more logical. So I'll put a happy face next to it, and then for the True Past, I'll put a mid face. Does that sound good? Do you think N Prime should be chosen over True Past right now because of the J situation? Because remember, the only difference is J. Okay. Now, the third one, I thought this was going to be a major question. We're going to have a whole talk about it. But from the looks of it, no. I thought to me, I had no idea about who's the absolute tolerant sin. So I did actually look at a theory, a cartoon universe, blah blah blah. This doesn't really talk about it. Really, only this theory really talked about it right here. And what I learned was basically like well, this is not the actual sin. Sin's like a good worker drone. All that, the absolute solver infiltrated and all that. So really, the absolute solver committed all these crimes, not sin. So, but then how the other absolute solver versions? Because to me, if we go in order, the same as well, then why would sin block the absolute solver string, but then its name is sin and not the absolute solver? There's just some things that are confusing. So that's why I just wanted to talk about. What do you think? Are the absolute solver and sin different? Because you know what? Let's list the different versions right now. By order, we got Eldridge J, Solver Uzi, yeah. I'm just gonna list the different versions right now that we know. We got Eldridge J from episode 2, Solver Uzi from episode 4, Sin from episode 5. Also got the absolute solver. Yeah. I guess Golden episode 6, there's nothing. In episode 7, we got Tessin. That's my nickname. People said Sinessa, which sounds good, but I just do Tessin. I feel like Tessin is better than Sinessa. Which one do you like better, Tessin or Sinessa? Tessin sounds like true. Okay, then Sinessa sounds better than. I don't think that's all the names. Take Tessin, all right. That is all the versions. All right, so I counted 5 versions. Eldridge J from episode 2, Solver Uzi from episode 4, Sin from episode 5, absolute solver from whenever, and Tessin from episode 7, I guess. So I just want to categorize, obviously, like the plain obvious. Are they more sin or are they more absolute solver? Eldridge J seems to be more absolute solver, I would say. Solver Uzi. V does mention it as sin, but it can be memory, so I would say absolute solver or sin. Sin is obviously sin. Absolute solver is obviously absolute solver, and Tessin's obviously sin. So yeah. Again, what doesn't make sense to me is the ending in the who. Then, okay, so then are the in episode 5? Hold on, because what doesn't make sense to me with the theory that I watched. Sometimes it just doesn't show what you search up. Not know why. So what doesn't make sense to me? I knock it. Where's murder? Okay, right here. The singles, okay. The sides, you know what? I'm gonna start my mass murder. My mass genocide, I guess.
You didn't have to see this.
Okay, that's sin. When that's the topper, then who is this? This what doesn't make sense. That's what I've seen people use, that they're different. But then who is like, ugh. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, yes, they're different, but that doesn't really answer the question. The theory that I watched doesn't really answer the question. Because it can work. What my theory is that the absolute solver can branch off because, well, it's really necessarily all code if you really think about it. It's just all code. So it could branch off like a simulation, you know? But it's still part of the same mind. So that's why we can have like absolute solver over here, absolute solver over here, blah, 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 blah. It's just like different. Yeah, that's what it's saying. So I'm going to say that they are the same. Okay. All right. Absolute solver and sin are the same thing in the sense of who's controlling who right now. So then I'm going to refer to them as who's in like Elder J, Solver Uzi, Sin, Absolute Solver Tessin, based on who committed the crime. But it would be like, yeah. Yeah, Sin is the first murder drone. Yes. Sin is like the starting. Yeah. And you know, there's a way I figured out that the absolute solver could theoretically work in our universe. How do you think it'll work? You want me to tell you? Okay, so what you got to do is first you got to prove that we're in a simulation. Most likely we are based on some statistic things. So then you got to build a supercomputer that is so strong, somehow so entirely strong that it breaks the simulation and lets you be able to actually add code into it, transfer all that, do some abilities, or just code the absolute solver, bada bang, bada boom, put it in something. Maybe it's like 10 billion, like somehow big, but you technically have the absolute solver. All you got to prove is you got to have a super strong, super quantum, super whatever computer. And we have to be a simulation. So, yeah. That's my thought. It could theoretically work, but I don't think we're going to be able to make it anytime soon. Yeah. And who's the second viewer? Is it who I think it is? Is it? Yeah. If it's a simulation, it's theoretically possible. Okay. So we basically answered my three main questions. I mean, I don't have anything else to say. I mean, do you want to say anything? Do you have any questions? Just tell me any sort of murder drone crime count questions you have. Okay? Just any questions you can think of. You can take a couple minutes, dude. You just take a couple minutes and then you'll see. Okay, let's return at like whatever. I don't know. Just think about it a little bit. Like, I don't want it to just be me talking my opinion, then you saying okay, and then all that. That's why I like the Is He Right series, because that was really fun. Oh God, that's like it's a good compliment. It's not a good compliment. But I also then don't want to pretend to be bad. That then I can't pretend. Okay. Do you have any questions? Have any questions you thought of? No. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, okay, I got a question. Think if there's anything else. Yeah, I guess we got two now. All right. I thought of two more questions. The law situation, the how we even charging the crimes in the first place, and episode 5. There you go. It's only two, but okay. I was thinking, well, okay. One was like about the law, like our laws, and then their laws, and how I'm like correlating them, and how I'm going to deal with what we know. And then number 5 is episode 5 with the whole crimes that happen because of the manipulation of the memories. Because what happens in episode 5 doesn't actually happen. It's just the memories of the murder. So that's why this birth from the future thing didn't obviously happen. That's why I wrote some crimes in red. That's why in some episodes, in episode 5, some crimes were underlined because they didn't technically happen, but they did technically happen. So I feel like those were two things I could talk about. I think we have time. We got like 15 minutes. So it might be a little earlier. All right. Ready to talk about the law stuff? All right. So I just thought of law. Like, okay. So really the only two examples. One, the worker drone labor laws. Basically, like JC Jets, like the whole slavery stuff and the OSHA violations or whatever. And two, the JC Jensen improperly disposing of drones penalty. Those are the only two I could think of, but I'm still saying, like, okay, what do we do? Like, do we charge with our laws or do we charge with their laws? Because the thing is, most of the crime counts I've seen, it's either, well, it's like, I'm going to take it as a best guess, I think. So, yeah. It's a best guess type situation. But then that raises the question, like, okay, so we can take the improperly disposing drones. So obviously, JC Jensen's obviously improperly disposing drones. We definitely see that. But then, what would be the penalty? Well, we do not know the penalty for it. So we had to go to the next best thing. Is it like mass genocide? Whatever. Mass murder, mass genocide, whatever. It would be a death penalty. So we do not know for the improperly disposing case, but for JC Jensen's worker drones and all that, maybe there might be a chance where that is legal, but again, we don't know. JC Jensen could be doing it illegally, but they did make worker drones to work. But then JC Jensen might have a privilege because it's their own product. They can use it how they want, whatever. But then we get a complications of AI and human thing. We haven't really talked about that. That hasn't really been talked about in the series, surprisingly. So it's really a maybe on, yeah. So for the improper disposal of drones, the IDOD, the IDOD, it's illegal. Mass reckless endangerment. Yes, okay. Hey, good job. Yes, I need a good thinking. So yeah, for the best guess for the improper disposing of drones, it is illegal, but we do not know the penalty. And then for the AI versus human type thing, for my best guess, I'm gonna treat them as seasons. That's my best guess. No. $40,000 fine. Wait, hold on. I just thought of two things. One, when you improperly dispose of machinery like garbage or whatever, and also two, oh no. It was no, I forgot it. No. It was like JC Jensen, like a company. It wasn't improperly firing them. Was it? Whatever. Improperly firing them. Yeah. That's a complication. I just decide to roll with it. Like, I actually think the JC Jensen higher ups are gonna be in fault. The ones who make decisions happen, the ones who tell decisions, the ones who make the decisions go through to the decision, like, okay, the decision makers, the decision talkers, and the decision doers. Those are basically the three people who would be charged in the situation. So, like, a random employee at JC Jensen would obviously charged with like 2 death sentences, but like those people that I just said would be like, okay, they would get some of these charges. It would be split between JC Jensen, but since we obviously don't know, it's like, yeah. That's why I just charged JC Jensen. Yes. And again, I'm gonna treat AI like humans. Simple. I'm just gonna do that because really the only crime that would be affected would be that, I guess. It's either JC Jensen won't be charged with $1 trillion and their company being shut down and a life sentence, and I guess some death. I don't know. Or they would. So I'm just gonna go with the AI as humans. Yeah, and again, we kind of define sentience as kind of on our level compared to us. And since humans built them, they're kind of like, yeah. So yeah. Now, nothing really to talk about, I guess. Just the yeah. The episode 5 stuff. Let me show you an example.
From the future.
I'm about to show you. There we go.
Person? Nah, she's cool.
Attention. One Mississippi.
Do your basement thing. We got the coma patient you creeped on.
Not creepy. Sweet.
You know, crimes happen here, blah, 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 blah. I guess we got Solver V too, never mind.
Hello, thank you for calling Giga! Come on, Miyuki, watch where you're throwing this thing!
Why are you talking like that?
Boom. So, now, I want to show you something a little earlier.
This bird's from the future. We need the basement key. This bird's from the future.
He went to Tessa and Jay to ask them for the basement key and then said, this bird's from the future. So the crime that we saw, or at least bare minimum, anything that happened to N, what Solver V did, wouldn't count. Or at least it'll be counted as a separate category. Does that make sense? And I think there's actually a way better example. Hold on. There is a way better example. All right. I'm about to show it. I'm about to show it.
Jump scare. Grab.
Dark X 17! No!
Now, I don't know. Oh yeah, because of Dark X 17, yeah. Yeah, that's probably how. So then probably died there. V probably died because of absolute solver control. And then probably everybody else died in the massacre. But anyways, yeah, those are some pretty examples of crimes that didn't happen because of it, or crimes that did happen. Like, for example, N dying, actually, and then all that. So, for crimes that we do see happen in episode 5 that didn't actually happen in the actual timeline, I'm going to underline them. How did N... Oh, since our X-12-17. Okay. She hacked the bird. Since these are memories, computers, whatever. When do we first see this? Where's the important hacking? I need to see that important hacking going on. Here we go. Wait. No, but like in the real world. Oh, how did M come to the present? Okay, I think I see what you're talking about. This is all code, and what I thought of episode 5 is that this is the way the memories are stored. They're stored in a way, but then like, oh god, oh, I just went blank again. Darn it. Okay, I literally just went blank on it. Oh yeah. Since it is code, it can be manipulated, and like how N saw his dead body. It was part of a memory, because that was probably showing the future, but then it's mixed in, it's all that, because again, all the memories are inflicted with the code. So yeah. So then Yeah. I just wanted to tell you, the episode 5 crimes, some of them are going to be red or underlined or whatever, how I decide, that we saw happen, but we didn't happen, or maybe like an underlined or whatever situation, because I'm also going to count crimes that we didn't see in episode 5 happen, but they had to have happened in the timeline to make sense, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm guessing that makes sense to you, because we are done, and also conveniently, oh, conveniently, my mother called me for dinner. It's actually a little bit before, yeah, 6:27. All right, cool talk. Again, just to remind one more time, for number 1 for the pardons, Uzi and Brad might be pardoned from Khan, and then for Jason Jensen, Brad maybe because of no interference. For the non-canon, for us, Khan probably, yeah. Brad be less with charge. Uzi, no. Brad views yes because of the child. Doll and Liz, definitely not. Merjones kind of inflicted a second thing. If we're gonna choose your true past, it would be pardon J, pardon M, except for the property damage of $2,000, and pardon V, except for the crimes in episode 4, which is life no parole in 15 years, and then the murder self between episodes 1 through 4, they will all be pardoned. Episodes crimes to episodes 5 through 8, but not episodes 1 through 4. And then their end prime self, same, N and V is going to be the same as the true past, but J is going to be the same thing as the murder self. We decided to go with the end prime self because it's just the best bet. About the absolute versus sin, the absolute is just going to be all that's going to be labeled. I'm going to do the different labels just to be more fun. And the same thing for like the number 4, so like the best guesses. Yes, Zombie Jones crimes, J.C. Jensen mass reckless endangerment. For the improperly disposing of drones, it is illegal, but we do not know a penalty, so we're just going to go with the closest penalty that we have. And then the AI versus the human thing, AI are like humans. And finally, the episode 5 stuff, I'm just going to label for crimes that did happen in episode 5 in the memory situation, but didn't actually happen in the actual timeline. They're going to be marked in like underlined or something or red, but for like, let's say red, but the crimes that didn't happen in episode 5 in the memories, but did actually happen in the past would be underlined. There we go. I think that's good. Any questions? Should we charge Jay for the virus? Oh no, and the true past murder self, the end prime self, since Jay did not since he said it was okay to put it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Okay. So in episode 1, when Jay put the thing in and the M because he was betrayed, Jay was in the right to do that because of company policy, because of betrayal and all that. But the way that companies did do it and all that, JC Jensen wouldn't be allowed to do it. And he even wasn't JC Jensen. So Jay shouldn't have done it, but followed orders. But she was loyal to JC Jensen like Tessa. But they're all dead. She was mind controlled. Memories inflicted. I would say no. Most likely. I would, it's like a 50-50, I would say. Then. It's either a no or 50-50 because it seems close, but yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Should say we charge a cent of improper policy. Okay. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Any? because I need to probably get to dinner by now, so yeah. All right. Okay. Watch the red card. Red card's right here. No, right here. All right. I just want to see 25% chance. All right. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you think it is not it? I just want to do elimination step by step, you know? You're good. Now, 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, let's do a mix. So the 5 was the 4, so let's do the mix. Wait, hold on. All right. 1, 2, 3. Which one is it not? You are correct. All right, now all I'm going to do, flip them because you can keep track. See if I can find the other card. What the? No! Lost the card. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. 1, 2. Which one do you think it is? Which one is the red card? So close. You're so close. Oh, man. Good try. Good try. All right. Okay, now I really need to go to dinner. So, bye.